Josh is in and says, something to be said for the experience gained from last year's run. Should see calmer and more focused play from the boys. And I think that's a decent point
fair.
too.
Yeah.
We do see a lot of times in the NHL, these teams that kind of need to go get bounced early a couple times. They go on their first run, and there always seems to be a build up for teams, right?
You got to learn what it takes.
Right. You think of what was Nathan McKinnon saying the year before the Avs won the Stanley Cup when they got bounced? He was like, I'm sick of this shit, blah, blah, blah. They lost to Vegas, I think, too. So, I mean, I think the Oilers had their learning run, and now it's time to kind of take that next step.
Yeah, and I think last year was a good sign of taking that next step, right? You know, we all remember what happened against Winnipeg, what happened against Chicago. You know, for the Oilers to really do what they did in the playoffs last year, yeah, sure, it was an unceremonious exit against the Colorado Avalanche in the conference finals. But I mean, shit, they made it to the conference finals, right? Like they went on a deep run in the playoffs. And I think it's, like you said, it's only going to help this team further because, you know, everybody's a year older. That's something that they always try and talk about too. You know, Connor and Leon are more veteran than they were last year. So, yeah, it's going to be really fascinating to see what happens.
I think the nerves will be gone. Like, nerves will be in one, but I think we just kind of address them, but then it won't be there as big. Like, was it Trevor Moore scored the first goal of the series?
Mm-hmm.
I remember when he scored that goal, and I was like, oh, man, is this what's going to happen again? Because you have the demons of Winnipeg and Chicago, and whoever else was in there too. And then I just don't feel the Oilers go down in a game. It'll ever be like shit, you know? Like, they'll be a bit more composed. There's more veteran players in the team that I think they'll be fine. But it's going to be exciting. I'm very excited.
I love the playoffs. Mm-hmm. I love the city's going to be buzzing too. It's going to be great.
It's going to be epic. I'm excited for Greta.
Yeah. Playoff parties at Greta on the away games.
Yes, the playoffs are coming to Greta. Games 3, games 4, if necessary, 6. We'll be partying it up downtown, friends at Greta, and you're going to want to make a on game days as well by going to greta.com. We are going to be closing that place, even if it's a weekday. Can I make that promise? We'll be partying at Greta. It's going to be a good last year, our playoff parties were very good. And this year, right, we're going to be selling Nation gear there. I think we'll have some stickers as well. So you won't want to miss them.